people see with their own eyes the consequences of combat and the sacrifices that all the soldiers, airmen, Marines, and sailors go through. And as we're coming home, some of us in like this, people see that on a daily basis, and they start thinking, and they realize that, whoa, this is real. And I think that it touched them in a very profound way, and that is the reason why you see this outpouring of people.
When news of troops wounded in Iraq or Afghanistan reaches the American public, few come close to understanding what that can mean. Maybe because it's difficult to imagine the reality of the injuries so many suffer. And added to the pain those men and women endure are worries about the future, worries about jobs, where they'll live, how they'll care for their families. Well, one organization has been helping lighten that load. In this Recon, you'll meet some military families coming to terms with the injuries a loved one has suffered, and the team of an amazing support organization that's making new beginnings possible. For a family just getting started, these sounds are a dream come true. For one military family, this home building project in Middleborough, Massachusetts means even more. This will become home to a family that sacrificed a lot for their country. The event that changed their lives happened October 21st, 2004. After nearly a year deployed to support Operation Iraqi Freedom, Army National Guardsman Specialist Peter Damon and his friend Specialist Paul Bush set to work on a Black Hawk helicopter.
We were changing the brakes on a Black Hawk, we were putting the tire back on.
That's when tragedy struck.
The wind exploded while we were filling up. Severed my arms and killed me.
Pete was rushed to a nearby combat hospital.
One of the first things I thought to myself when I woke up from this injury was, I mean, what did I get myself into? I worked my hands all my life, and now they're gone, and I'm never going to be able to, we're going to be homeless.
Pete soon arrived stateside and was taken to Walter Reed Army Medical Center in Washington, D.C. for the long, difficult road to recovery. Then, an opportunity that seemed too good to be true.
We really didn't take it too seriously.
It was a surprising offer to provide Pete and his family with a home, made by a construction supervisor who was inspired to help after seeing Pete on television.
And I happened to be watching the news, and it was Brian Williams was at Walter Reed speaking of this soldier who had just gotten there and was going to be going in for surgery, and I could see that he had lost both of his arms. And I remember thinking that, you know, this is exactly why I want to put this together.
Homes for Our Troops is a non-profit organization dedicated to providing modified or specially built homes for severely injured service members. But Pete had one condition before accepting John's offer.
I wanted his word that he wouldn't just stop with us, that he'd at least try as hard as he could to raise some money for someone else, at least one other guy.
We're trying to get started so that we can do this other house, and they're only, what, about 10 miles apart?
Yeah.
John agreed. But the fledgling nonprofit organization faced a big challenge: money.
We kind of were coming up with it as we went, and as we were looking for land and different things, we just kept raising money.
Do you know what time your flight is?
Before we had any money to even think about buying land, we already had all the contractors and stuff that we needed.
As word of the Damon project spread, money began to flow in. And eventually, John found the perfect piece of land for the Damon home. Work began, then ran into another snag.
We actually did a groundbreaking ceremony in December, and then the winter came, and it was a record year for us in Massachusetts. We had almost 9 feet of snowfall. So from December all the way till the spring, we couldn't do anything, so we kept falling behind month after month.
Worried about meeting construction deadlines, John sought the help of Boston radio station WAAF. Their advice: to hold a volunteer day.
We just put out there that Homes for Our Troops was going to be looking for some volunteers to show up. And when the day finally came, I just couldn't believe the amount of people.
You guys go around that way? Right through there.
People were coming from everywhere, wanting to do just anything that they could.
The blueberries are going to go out in front of that wall.
We did all the interior trim work, hung all the doors, painted the whole inside, hung the kitchen cabinets, put the garage door, the shutters to the house, put in the fence, all the sod, did all the landscaping, trees, shrubs.
They sent some bears for the kids. Oh, that's awesome.
I knew people would come together like this, and it was really a simple concept.
It was just amazing. It was a great day.
Lots of fun stuff going on, huh?
We didn't even know how to thank them all for being there. There was just so many of them.
It's just really, really humbling to have all these people pull together to help you out. I just, I can't say enough about everybody who worked on this project. Just great people.
In October 2005, the Damon family moved into their new home, one tailored to meet Pete's special needs.
What they did is they put a keyless system on here, and I use this little pass key here. You just wave it in front of here, and a green light will go on, and then it'll open the door for me. I mean, it's just a lot easier for me to use, So that's great, and it's something I really wanted, so those guys gave it to me. Pull these out, and get whatever I can, get whatever I need. Down here, more on the corner here, so that makes it a lot easier. So instead of me, and that all goes back to the vacuum. Moving on from there, we got this high-tech toilet seat right here. It's got a bidet basically built in, and it's got rear cleansing and front cleansing for my wife in case she wants to use it. And it's also got a dryer. One of the things you can see, the wand will come out here. And this is what usually comes out. It's a great innovation, and I love it. And it just works great and works awesome. It gets you nice and clean. And this is one of my favorite things about the house is just having this toilet here. Daddy.
Now, with their greatest fears behind them, the Damon family is focused on adjusting to the changes in their lives.
Everything's changed. It's more day-to-day stuff, but I'd rather have him here without his arms than gone with him. It's better to have him here and have him be part of the family, have him back home for the kids and be there to look after all of us and have us look after him.
It's the first drawing I made when I was at Walter Reed.
And Pete's working on a new dream.
What I'd really like to do is do something in the art field, and what I'm thinking is that we might open up an art gallery here in Middleborough. There's a lot of galleries out there for established artists, but there aren't many, at least around here, for up and coming.
Is possible now, thanks to one man's inspiration and the help of hundreds more who volunteered time and money to make this home a reality.
I feel very fortunate to be a part of this. All of these guys for the rest of my life, as far as I'm concerned, these guys have really helped us out in a huge way that I'll never be able to repay them for. And I'm very grateful, very fortunate, and very grateful to have been a part of this thing.
You hold it there, and I'll rinse it, all right?
Thank God every day.
I'll try not to.
For keeping me around, for keeping me around to raise my kids.
All right, keep away from Sicily.
There's a lot of things I used to do that I can't do. I can't work with my hands no more. I can never be an electrician. I can never be an aircraft mechanic again. But those things pale in comparison to I'm still able to be a father and a husband. Family is what's important to me.
Coming up, Homes for Our Troops goes to extremes.